I've been playing Pokemon since Blue released back in 1998, and while I love the core games of the series, the ones that tend to catch my eye the most are when the Pokemon Company thinks outside the box and delivers something truly unique. And they were at their best on the N64, delivering great games like Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Puzzle League, and Hey You Pikachu. Okay, well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. But the one that got me excited the most was Pokemon Snap. Hey everybody, Jay here from Square Pegs. Today I wanted to talk to you briefly about the original Pokemon Snap that released back in 1999 on the Nintendo 64, since the updated version releases tomorrow, April 30th on the Switch. Be sure to subscribe down below if you're new to the channel, and check out the pinned comment for links to all our spaces on social media. Pokemon Snap, to me, was lightning in a bottle. It was the perfect mix of all things Pokemon. Just enough of you gotta catch them all to make you want to come back for more, but unique enough in its expression of that goal that it truly felt special. You weren't out to imprison these adorable monsters, no. You were just on an expedition to photograph them and help Professor Oak fill out his Pokedex with visual cues for Ash and his miscreant friends to utilize. Take one part on-rails shooter, throw the gun out the window because you don't need it, toss in some apples, a camera, and the world's slowest Wedway people mover in the 01 vehicle, and you've got the basic elements of Snap. You play as Todd Snap, a character introduced in the animated series episode Pokemon Paparazzi. You're an assistant to the legendary Professor Oak, and as you play, you'll go through a series of levels tossing apples, pester balls, using the Pokemon Flute, and utilizing a speed boost for your vehicle to help it zip through the levels more quickly. The game really is as simple as that, and while it's fondly remembered by many, tons of people overlook it for some of the truly impactful things that it did for the Pokemon franchise. This is the first game to feature fully 3D rendered Pokemon, a full year before Stadium released here in the States. Granted, this was only like a month or so before it released in Japan, but still, this game gets dibs. It was first out the gate. This is also the first Pokemon game to make use of the voice actors from the animated series. And most importantly, this was the first Pokemon game to be experimental and different from the ridiculously popular formula established by the core games. Not to be overlooked either were the sticker stations, a truly brilliant and ridiculously dated marketing strategy from Nintendo of America, where Blockbuster video stores would have a kiosk where you could bring in your N64 memory card and print out the world's smallest stickers of your photos. Seriously, these things were smaller than a postage stamp, but they were endlessly charming and an amazing memento of a game that you were playing. Here's a picture of a few of them on my sketchbook that have survived nearly 20 plus years of moving across the country. They might be small, but their adhesive is mighty. To me, this game really represents both the strength of the Pokemon Company and the brand of Pokemon itself. It was completely out of left field, a wholesale change from what brought people to the table on the Game Boy. And it sold great for something on the N64. Over 3.5 million copies moved worldwide on a console that only sold 33 million units. This was an over 10% attach rate for an experimental game that had no guarantee to do well. As someone who dabbles behind a camera and likes to take pictures, Snap was right up my alley. Somehow it was equally relaxing and insanely stressful. I mean, seriously, when I was capturing footage for this game, I caught myself holding my breath at times when I was lining up a shot, the same way I do when I'm taking pictures outside. The game is insanely rewarding and decidedly unique. It's not like anything I'd ever played before or really have played since. And yes, I know there are other photography games out there, Fatal Frame comes to mind, but for me, Pokemon Snap was the one that started it all. I made a decision when the new Snap was announced that I'd be going into it as blind as possible. I've only watched the announcement trailer because I just want to be surprised by what I encounter on the 30th. Quite literally, I know zero about the feature set, but that hasn't kept me from engaging in wild speculation. The possibilities of utilizing motion controls to capture shots of Pokemon rather than the twitchy nature of a joystick is ridiculously appealing to me. Sharing images to social media is the next step up from the sticker stations. Don't get me wrong, that Fuji printer that pairs with your Switch is decidedly in my wheelhouse. I will most likely end up buying one of those, and I will not regret it in the slightest. The possibilities of what you can do, who you'll meet, what environments you'll go to, and what Pokemon you'll see are kind of endless, and they're ridiculously exciting to me. I know it might seem silly for a 42-year-old man to be excited about a Pokemon game, but trust me when I tell you this. Snap, to me, is important. I really appreciate it when Nintendo kind of flexes their creative muscles and tries something new. When they do that, that's when we get things like the Wii, or we get things like the Switch or the DS. These are all incredible consoles that pushed the industry forward or did something different enough that made the company even more unique. Nintendo's at their best when they try things new. When they get stagnant, that's when things fall apart. Snap was trying something new and being brave in the face of something that probably shouldn't have sold as well as it did. Now I want to know, are you a Pokemon Snap fan? Let me know in the comments down below if you have fond memories of this game like I do, and if you're looking forward to the new Switch version, let me know that as well. What was your favorite Pokemon to capture a photograph of in the first Pokemon Snap? For me, it is my personal favorite Pokemon, Bulbasaur. I loved finding Bulbasaur on the river level and having him pop out of the fallen log and being able to take a picture of him as he happily ate an apple. If you are picking up the game, please be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram so you can keep up with the images I share. It'll be at YTSquarePegs on Twitter and at SquarePegsYT on Instagram. Be sure to tag me in any pictures you think are especially exciting that you take. And hey, if you're going to follow us there, be sure to follow me on Facebook as well at facebook.com/SquarePegsYT. Be sure to like the video down below if you had fun traveling down memory lane in the 01 today with me. And while you're there, if you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you can stay up to date with everything I've got coming out. Big thank you, as always, to my Patreon supporters who you're seeing on screen right now. You guys keep the channel moving forward with all your support. And if you enjoy what I do and you're in the position to help the channel grow, check us out on Patreon at patreon.com/squarepegs. And we also have merchandise for sale on TeePublic. Links to our socials, merchandise, and Patreon will be in the pinned comment down below. Special thanks this week to Gary from Rock Solid Productions. Be sure to subscribe to his channel if you haven't already done so. I truly appreciate the shout out on your shorts video on Sunday, and I absolutely loved your video this week about the new Retro Tank 5X. Until next time, guys, I have been Jay. I appreciate you spending a little bit of time with me today as we get ready to go out on another Pokemon Snap adventure. Remember to play more games, stay square, take care, and catch 'em all. I'll talk with you soon.